Double honors to the elders and apostles of Good Millstone. All praises to Yahweh, Baruch Shem Yahushai, Baruch Shem Kodash. Today we will continue in the book of Psalms, chapter 17. Basically, sometimes I do camp in the English tongue, and sometimes I do camp in the German tongue. It depends. Okay, but this time I do camp in the English tongue. Okay. As you see, I'm not in my usual place, but that is actually not bad. And this is Psalms chapter 17, verse 1. Hear the word, O Lord, attend unto my cry. Give ear unto my prayer that goeth not out of faint lips. Let my sentence come forth from thy presence. Let thine eyes behold the things that are equal. Yeah, and if you read this, of course, you have to go to Yahushai today. Okay, it's not like you can pray like King David back then, when King David, you know, you can guess from the scriptures that he knew that, you know, there has to be Melchizedek, basically the lamp has to come. Okay, but really, okay, again, in the name of Yahushai today, okay, not directly to God. So if you pray in the name of Yahushai, and it shall be given to you. Okay, not in your name, basically. Okay. Of course, no one is worthy to open the book. Okay, so you can read the prayers, of course, but always add that. Okay. Thou hast proved mine heart, verse 3. Thou hast visited me in the night. Thou hast tried me and shalt find nothing. I am purposed that my mouth shall not transgress concerning the works of man by the word of thy lips. I have kept me from the path of the destroyer. Just a second. Hold up my goings in thy paths, that my footsteps slip not. I have called upon thee, for thou wilt hear me. O God, incline thine ear unto me, and hear my speak. Shew thy marvelous loving kindness, O thou that savest by the right hand them which put their trust in thee from those that rise up against them. Keep me as the apple of thy eye, hide me under the shadow of thy wings, from the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies who compass me about. they are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth they speak proudly. Yeah, like pride is not created for humans or for man. So like pride is not created for man, and you see it because yeah, look what pride brought to people in the history. It doesn't matter what nation. And the ultimate proof is ESAU Edom today. Okay, the ultimate proof that pride leads to self-destruction, basically. Okay. Verse 11, they have now compassed us in our steps, they have set their eyes, bowing down to the earth, like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, and as it were a young lion lurking in secret places. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword, for man, which are thy hand, O Lord, for men of the world, which have the portion in this life, and whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure. They are full of children, and leave the rest to the substance of their babies. As for me, I will behold thy face, in righteousness I shall be satisfied when I awake with thy likeness. Psalms 18. I will love thee, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock and my fortress, and my deliverer, my God, my sword, my strength, in whom I will trust, my buckler and the horn of my salvation and my high tower. I will call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from mine enemies. The sorrows of death compassed me, and the floods of ungodly men made me afraid. The sorrows of hell compassed me about, the snares of death prevented me. In my distress I called upon the Lord and cried unto my God. He heard my voice out of his temple and my cry, yeah, like I said, to the name of Yahweh. Okay. And my cry came before him, even into his ears. Then the earth shook and trembled, the foundations also of the hills moved and were shaken, because he was wroth. There went up a smoke out of his nostrils, and fire out of his mouth. Devoured. Coals were kindled by it. He bowed the heavens also, and came down, and darkness was under his feet. And he rode upon a cherub, and did fly, yeah, he did fly upon the wings of the wind. He made darkness his secret place, his pavilion round about him were dark waters and thick clouds of the skies. At the brightness that was before him, his thick clouds passed, hailstones and coals of fire. The Lord also thundered in the heavens, and the highest gave his voice. Hailstones and coals of fire. Yeah, he sent out his arrows and scattered them, and he shot out lightnings and discomfited them. Then the channels of waters were seen, and the foundations of the world were discovered at thy rebuke. O Lord, at the blast of the breath of thy nostrils, he sent from above, he took me, he drew me out of many waters. He delivered me from my strong enemy and from them which hated me, for they were too strong for me. Yeah, and if you see it for what it is, then the so-called military, even here in Germany, is not only used for the foreign countries. Okay, it's only used for internal management. And if you think about the last time, then you clearly know that they need something to invade the 144,000 hopeful elect. Then you know that, okay, if they need something but they don't have something, they create something. But eventually all that matters is that the two Dirts have no protection against Edom's sword. So eventually that will be our main aspect, okay, that the two Dirts trust in their own strength, okay, but you know, like if you really think about the last days, then you know that there's something, okay, that there's something that will always lead those elites to, you know, to basically come against everybody who will not take the Sihib, which means, okay, even those who don't got the truth, okay, but maybe don't take the Sihib, or, you know, don't go along, you know, with all the new rules. Doesn't matter, okay, it doesn't matter. What matters is we know that it will not be easy, okay, and you need the Lord's protection. Okay, it might not be so lucky. I have to put the thing off, it's too hot here. Might not be too visible right now. But even now there's a lot more than you think. There's a lot things going on in the background. Okay? So always keeping that in remembrance. Okay. Yeah, it's about trusting and hoping in Yahuwah Shemar Shai when everybody does it not. Okay, even when right now, you know, people think, oh, you know, it's peace, but you know it's not peace. Okay, or you should know it's not peace. Okay. He delivered me from my strong enemy. Yeah, who's that strong enemy? It's also the other heathens, okay? For example, you have a lot of two dirt, Jake, and a lot of, you know, so-called Arabians and a lot of whatever nations out there being actually just criminals, not more. And guess what? The Lord is using them also, not to deceive you, okay? As if, you know, these were your friends, okay? But to use them, to make them a part of the movie, of the story in general, okay? And I seen it myself. Okay, a lot of people outside the truth, well, outside this doctrine, okay, behaving wild, okay, just like the prophecy said. Okay, the Arabians will remember their wild nature. Now, I think you know that prophecy. before you saw it, it was already happening. If you think about the yeah, this system has a lot to deal with. You know, for example, those Arabians. You just don't see it because they don't put it in the news. But there's a lot, you know, where they just don't even, go into because it's just too dangerous for them. Okay, and that goes for Edom's sword also. Okay, why are we not already in prison? Okay, for talking about you know, kind of like the government being corrupt, taking not the Depop shot, okay, talking, being a so-called hate group, okay. So why is you know, nobody basically in prison already? Okay, because it's also dangerous, okay, to come against people that are obviously blessed by the God of the Bible, like he said it. Okay, the apple of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is eye. Okay, the apple of his eye. Okay, not the two dirts. Okay, there's no reason really now too much to come against the two dirts besides what they do in their maybe free time. Okay, killing people and here and there some, you know, I don't know, selling your young boy to a 40-year-old man, okay, or leaving your child at home with a 40-year-old man that you know from yesterday, while you are at the hotel with another man, okay. So these things happen day by day, okay. But like I said, we see those things, okay, the people going wild, and really soon it will not be not be the Arabians, okay. The scripture talks about make room for basically for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to come too, okay. So he is even using those different nations to make this country a wild thing, how it is already, man. Okay, so really, of course, I make also bad, you know, not so easy experiences with, I don't know, Arabians, Muslims, you know, all these different nations. Not, you know, it's not like they are our friends, okay, let's be honest. But I believe Yahweh Hashem Yahushai protects you from them to a certain extent, okay, and yeah. But that just is something that I saw in these last years, okay, really years. Because let's be honest, the only one who wouldn't admit that we are the Hebrew Israelites is really just Edom, because he is everything, right? He is not just the Hebrew Israelites, okay? He is also, you know, he's the samurai. He's the, you know, he's the Greeks, okay? He is the, of course, you know, which he is, the Romans, okay? But he is everything, right? He is also basically, you know, the Egyptians. Really, they believe that, okay? They are the Egyptians, okay? You know, especially if you look at their skin color, you know, if that doesn't prove that they are the Egyptians, then then Edom has to believe a lie. No, this is just what I tell you, okay? They tell you that they are all these people. Why is that? Because he doesn't have a great kingdom. If you even fear, okay, if you even fear, okay, to come true with your law, okay, then you know you don't have a great kingdom, okay? You can't even, okay, you can't even come through with your law, okay? People just don't give a F, okay? And what happens? No, nothing happens, okay? So this proves that this kingdom is not a great kingdom, okay? The scripture talks about it. Shall not people, shall not somebody come and invade you? And what is it that the police can do against that? Nothing. It happens day by day. So why is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai not protecting them? Okay? Okay, so basically it's just a sit back and watch for us, okay, but for E until Yahushai comes back, which means everybody sticks together, okay, will stick together against our military offensive, okay, offense, I mean, yeah, but until then it will be basically everybody against Edom, okay, almost, okay, because why isn't these nations coming too much against Jakes in general, okay, because they know there's something in our spirit, okay, that makes us the heathens are not stupid, right? So heathens know that we not that super evil. We can be clever as a snake, and we have a lot of snakes in Israel. I talk about the 2 dots Israel also. Okay, we have a lot of snakes, but really the heathens know that we're not that super evil like Edom, like our twin brother. Okay, how they know? Yeah, they have also their witchcraft and their whatever you want to call it. Okay, I don't have to mention those things. Okay, but they know a lot more than sometimes some topics than Edom. Okay, Edom of course wouldn't admit. Okay, but just look at China, how much pyramids they have in their country, and you best believe, okay, nobody is allowed to take photos there. Okay, you think every last Edomite can just show up there and pick photos just because he's Edom? No. Okay, these countries have their limits set in place for Esau Edom. Sometimes even just exclusively for Esau Edom. Okay. So a time which was never on earth. Okay, and Esau Edom is not immune to it fully. Okay, but again, okay, he knows also that in the end, if Yahushai comes, it's done for all the heathen. Okay, and this is something which even the heathens hate. Okay, to have the Israelites, which they just know us from the media, right? And if you think about the media doesn't show a good light from us, right? Especially if E is using his tactics to make even the Hebrew Israelites look bad, teaching the truth. Okay? So who cares in the end? Okay, who cares in the end what they think? Okay, again, we just have to sit back or lean back and watch. And one part of it is, okay, to really see the hypocrisy of it, because we really like doves. Okay, we really do nothing, just preach. Okay, and they will use that to come against us sooner or later. Doesn't matter if you if you're you know, so you know, that proves that there's something, okay, there's something about the nation in general, Edom, okay, which shows that they are just the physical counterpart of Satan, really. Okay, you wouldn't behave like that if it wouldn't be the case. Verse 18, they prevented me in the day of my calamity, but the Lord was my stay. Yeah, and if you think about the time when we all will be, I was just reading Philippians 1 yesterday, which is also going into the topic. Yeah, and if you are brought into these synagogues, okay, or prisons, or it doesn't matter what it is. It can be a pickup, okay, a pick-up to pick you up. Then don't. The official command is to not think about now what you say. Think about then, and don't even think about it. Okay. And really, if you think about it, then there's no reason to think about it. Really. Okay. You don't even know what one day can bring. Okay, so how you know what you say if you are in a really the possible worst position in your life? Okay, because okay, it just makes you yeah, it does something with you. Okay, if you can't continue, okay, just doing what you do, that does something with you. Okay, and yeah, okay, so we are not nervous. Okay, we are not crowned yet. Okay, and the main goal is to just staying, okay, harmless as a dove and wise as a snake. Okay, this is the main goal in the end. Okay. Verse 19, he brought me forth also into a large place. He delivered me because he delighted in me. The Lord rewarded me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands. He had recompensed me, for I have kept the ways of the Lord and have not wickedly departed from my God. For all his judgments were before me. And also important, and I did not put away his statutes from me. What are his statutes? Okay, you know the story. Not eating pork, not eating crabs, you know, whatever those people out here eat. Okay, might be a bear meat from a Japanese automat at the end of the street in the city. It might be a dog in a Chinese, okay, Moabite, a dog meat that you actually can get in a Chinese restaurant in some places. Okay, but go to the list. There's a list on how poisonous people are in percentage. Okay, and then you see that it's a lot more what people consume that you think people would do. But you can clearly see where it stops. Okay, where it stops from you should eat it or you can eat it. Okay, because really even clean animals have a percentage to them. Okay, so it might some clean animal are even better than other clean animal when it comes to their yeah, when it comes to their percentage of, you know, being poisonous, okay, but still clean, and just clearly see where it stops, okay, from being actually where it is more, where it actually is uh, not profitable to eat, okay, even more than profitable to eat, okay, and as you may think, it is, okay, 50, I believe, somewhere around 50% or something, I don't know. Okay, I have the list on my mobile phone. Okay, I have the list. I don't know it, you know, just by mind, you know, like super fast. Okay, it is a little bit not too easy. Okay, especially if you see that uh, if you see that there are certain animals, okay, where you think like, this animal is actually more poisonous than that animal, and you think like that's not possible. But yes, it is possible, and that might be a good science, one of the most best science proof for scientific evidence from the Bible that is out there. Okay, I believe one of the best. Like there is a lot more, but this is one main thing that is really interesting. If you want to know what the statues are. Yeah, and of course you see the Muslims, you know, copying a lot of it. Okay, but then they have their different. They call it. Different okay, imams, okay, where they, you know, sometimes they talk about. I even saw them talking about Pokemon cards, okay, and that's where I believe where it gets a little bit difficult. But you know, this Pokemon card is halal, or not halal. What is it? Not haram, and this other Pokemon card is haram, right? Like what? Really, I think if you want to play Pokemon with somebody, you know, Pokemon cards. I don't think that should be a problem as long as it is Pokemon cards. But you can be a problem of what you say, okay? And if you know, but if you just play and you know, I don't think that this is depends, okay? But you know, so really, I think if you you know, if it comes to more important things, okay, like for example, can you eat crabs or not? Okay, and then they have like, can dogs see demons or not? And you know, a lot of topics basically, but I stay on the topic, can you eat crabs or not? Because I heard it from somebody who is a Muslim, and he said like they have a certain imam who even says that you can eat it, okay, or I don't know, a lot of different you know, a lot of different answers to one topic, I believe also, okay, and that is a problem, I believe, okay. Why don't you have an official rule, okay, and that's what goes for everybody, okay? That would be a church according to my opinion, okay, not one saying that, the other says that. That is, I believe, when it comes to important topics, then I believe that's not a good thing. But if it comes to you know, like really light topics, okay, then it is okay, okay, because everybody is different. You know, it's not like these things matter too much, okay. But I believe that's the thing about the Muslim church. Thing about Muslim church, okay. In the Bible you have the Ten Commandments, okay? But I don't know if the Quran has that also, okay? Because actually, without the Ten Commandments, someone might read the Bible and think like, oh, I have to kill the heathen nations right now. Okay, I have to go around killing heathen nations, okay, like King David did, you know. In the Bible, everything has a purpose, every last word, okay. And as long as you don't see the scriptures not how it really is, you are really bugging out, because like I said, the Bible is one book, okay, and one book means you read the Ten Commandments sooner or later if you read the so-called Old Testament, and you read especially the so-called New Testament, how to deal with modern topics, okay, modern topics. And even if you say, oh, I just read the so-called Old Testament, even then, okay, why doesn't matter why you say that, okay, it doesn't make sense why you say that, because there is no Old Testament so-called, okay. But let's say you have that, you have people saying, oh, I only read the so-called Old Testament, the New Testament I don't believe in it, okay, wherever they got these terms from, okay, it's not given by the Spirit. And let's say, oh, this and that. Yeah, but you have the Ten Commandments there. You have the commandments, the laws in general there, okay? And it's like Paul said, without the law, I wouldn't even know what sin is, okay? I wouldn't even know what sin is. Yeah, how can you know what sin is if you don't even read the law? Okay, it doesn't make sense. Okay. Yeah, so the Islam, right, is really, what is it called? Something like Buddhism, or something like, not that everybody is the same or is for the same reason in it, okay, but really it's a thing where it's not about rules too much, okay? You can just basically do what you want. If you think one imam says it so, then why not? Okay? Here in Germany you might have Pierre Vogel, or okay, what is the goal? Okay, the goal should be bringing people basically together, but in a righteous mindset, okay? Having the Ten Commandments, having the law, which the law is perfect. Why? I just told you that we have science behind it, backing it up. We have history behind it, backing it up, okay? We can tell you where every nation comes from, and that it is basically somewhere to find in the Bible. Okay, it just matches up, okay, but the Islam can just prove in the best case that it's a copy of the Bible, okay, in the best case. Also it came later, okay. So, yeah, but the Bible gives you also the information that, you know, Ishmael has also a blessing, which, you know, Ishmael is the Muslims. Okay. So Esau Edom thinking he can do everything what he wants with Ishmael would be also a lie, because obviously it's not the case. Okay, I just told you. Okay, they can't come through with their you know, with these Arab clans and whatever. They just cannot one up on all of them. Okay, it would be a dark situation in general. Okay, because a lot of people would bug out, a lot of so-called Muslims would bug out. They would think like, oh, this might be the holy war. Okay, let's fight back. Okay, and guess what? The guess what party is just waiting for something like that. Okay, I just don't mention it, but guess who is waiting for that? Let's just think about it. Okay, let's just think about it. Who comes up if something like that happens? Who also will show up all of a sudden? Okay, from the background, you know, those people are oftentimes academics, right? So they're already preparing, okay? But if something like that comes, you best believe they stop preparing and come out also, okay? Just look at history. Look at history, okay? And just look at Hitler in general. When was the time really when he used his skills? Let's be honest, okay? You have to have skills to do it like that. Okay, I don't say if it's good or bad. Okay, I just say that you have to have skills to have eventually so much people behind you. Okay, which means you know. Okay, I just can go by what the Bible tells me, and then I look into history. Okay, what matches up? Okay, and of course you just have what you have. Okay, you know, I can just judge by what I have from books or from the internet. Okay, that is all I know about Hitler. Is it enough to have an opinion on Hitler? I wouldn't say so. Okay, so I just talk from a history standpoint. Okay, and from a historical standpoint, I have to say, okay, that Hitler came up in a certain time, and just like I said, okay, Esau Edom is also not stupid. Okay, so if he would, you know, come through with it, then it would be a total escalation, because, you know, people are not just angry at us, they're also angry at Esau Edom, our twin brother, to some extent. Okay, why they are angry at us? Okay, because, you know, it's all what they see. Jake doing this, Jake doing that. It's all what Amalek is pushing on the media. Okay, that is everything that Amalek is pushing on the media. Okay, so if you are Eden, you don't want these people to rule over you. Okay, the only group of nations who know that this media stuff is not what the truth is. Okay, just look at the Russians. The Russians know that what Germany is pushing in the media, okay, is really just Amalek putting some lies together, lying about that it is a lie, and then lying on it the third time. Okay, like I saw the title yesterday. Okay, can't even read, can't even get it like he wrote it. Perfect title, really good title. Yeah, you know, the Russians don't believe that shit what they put out here from Europe or from Germany. Okay, they know that, oh, this Hebrew Israelites. Okay, what we hear, what we see about them is not the end of it's not the full story really. Okay, and it's not just the Russians. It's you know, Gog and Magog. It's everybody. Okay, it's everybody that is not completely deceived. Okay, you know, by whatever it is, man. You can just see it for what it is. It's just Amalek in the forefront, and then it's those super rich elites, okay, backing it up, and backing it up with power also, okay, backing it up with, you know, power, and making it seem righteous, okay, because even Satan, okay, you know, shows up as an angel of light, if you don't know, okay, so it's no wonder. So if Satan, okay, wants to look as he is an angel of light, how much more these heathens, especially Amalek, okay? But again, these things are not so easy, and that's why Esau Edom just can't one up on everybody, okay, just because he wants it. Okay, it all has to do with gradualism and being prepared and preparing. Okay, I just told you about the Hitler generation, which is alive today. Okay, for every thing under the sun there is a time. Okay, so even of course Amalek, especially Amalek, is also preparing. Okay, so everybody's preparing now. Okay, and guess what happens if Esau would just show up against all those Arabians, you know, clans, and you know, those Muslim clans and so on? That would be a completely civil war, because everybody would think like, oh, why not using that to you know, make a little bit more wind to the whole matter? Okay, let's be honest, it would be a good you know, a good dog for the rest of those people out there. So that might be how this will all end. Okay, Scripture talks about Amalek is the first of the nations. But this end shall just be like that. First and foremost, we know it talks about Amalek being put in chains. You know, especially if the Third World War happens. Okay, then America will be destroyed. They are in the bunkers, and guess what happens? They will be the first fruits of slavery. Okay, that is his end, being just like his position, which he's the first of the nations. Okay, that means it first and foremost. Okay, but you know, we're not stupid. Okay, and we see that those immigrants, okay, you know, they are here to basically delete a lot of people. They are here to bring a lot of confusion and you know, a lot of strife between people. And you know, there's something to it. Okay, there's something to it. Okay, I'll just say it how I experience it also. Okay, as something that, you know, everybody has to deal with those people out here, man. Okay, doesn't matter if Arabians or Hitler generation or Amalek, which is the worst of the worst. So in the end, the 144,000 hopeful elect are their own team. Okay, let's think about it like that. Everybody is a football team, right? And guess what? We can't say we team up with some other nation. That is not the truth, and that is not possible. Okay, so everybody looks at everybody with a evil eye, basically. Okay, we at the Arabians, not all, because to every nation there are different people. Okay, it would be completely stupid to talk like that. So that's why I just add that always to what I say. Okay, but you know, I just give you examples. The Arabians having an evil eye against even the hopeful elect, 144, okay, thousand. You know, okay, the Hitler generation an evil eye against the 144. Amalek an evil eye against the 144 especially, and the Hitler generation, and the Arabians, and all these people. Okay, the immigrants are also not a weapon. It's not like, you know, you have to go far away from that thought of everything that you see is happening in your country is for your help, or that is a future benefit or something. Okay, everything that is put in law is really against you if it doesn't come from the Bible. Okay, let me say that again. If it doesn't come from the Bible, then everything being used, doesn't matter where you live, okay, put in place, making it seem as a help or as a good thing for the future, is really against you. Okay, so it doesn't matter if it's immigrants, doesn't matter if it's that, doesn't matter if it's that. Okay, yeah, and verse verse 21. For I have kept the ways of the Lord and have not wickedly departed from my God, for all his judgments were before me, and I did not put away his statutes from me. Can't. Statutes. I was also, so it's about his statutes in the end, okay? Like I said, like I can repeat it also, you have some Jakes in prison right now, okay? Which there's also a thing, false accusation. Okay, you have some Jakes in prison right now being a lot more righteous than Jakes in the so-called open GTA 6 world. Okay, which this world is a wilderness to Amalek first and foremost, and then the other heathens, starting with Esau, Edom, the West people, the West forefathers. Okay, besides Amalek. Okay. Okay, so it's really a big wilderness, okay? Who made the earth like a wilderness? You can read it in the scriptures. Who you think is that talking about? It's talking about Amalek and the rest of the nations. Even those, of course, Hitler generation people, okay? You know, the 2025, 2026 Hitler generation. I hope my video doesn't get blocked, okay? Yeah, verse 23. I was also upright before him, and I kept myself from mine iniquity. Therefore had the Lord recompensed me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands in his eyesight. With the merciful thou wilt shew thyself merciful, with an upright man thou wilt shew thyself upright, with the pure thou wilt shew thyself pure, and with the forward thou wilt shew thyself forward. For thou wilt save the afflicted people, but will bring down high looks. For thou wilt light my candle, the Lord my God will enlighten my darkness. For by thee have I won a truth, and by my God have I leaped over a wall. As for God, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord is tried. He is a buckler to all those that trust in him. For who is God save the Lord, or who is a rock save our God? It is God that grinded me with strength and maketh my way perfect. He maketh my feet like his feet, and setteth me upon the high places. He teacheth my hands to walk, so that a bow of steel is broken by mine arms. Thou hast also given me the shield of thy salvation, and thy right hand hath held me up, and thy gentleness hath made me great. Thou hast enlarged my steps under me, that my feet did not slip. Slacke. I have pursued mine enemies and overtaken them. Neither did I turn again till they were consumed. Yeah, and by the way, in GTA 6 they already have this rainbow parade in the game, right? And it might not be, if you think that, okay, to make the game more real, okay, it might not be because of that, because you know, you can argue, okay, that happens in the real world also, but you know it's just Amalek with his philosophy coming true, or Amalek with his influence coming true, okay, because he has the influence, I don't know who it is, but this software developer, okay, and is it Mark Zuckerberg, or has he something to do with GTA 6? I don't know. Okay, but the creators of GTA 6, okay, they just get a little bit money more for it. And a little bit more than for all other things, you best believe. Or their game, you know, wouldn't be public at all, okay? If they don't do it. Okay, that's the same thing what they do with Jake in the music industry, or with Jake in the sports industry, or with Jake in general. Okay. And again, you really have to live under a fucking rock, okay? Trust me, okay? If you really believe that this light what Amalek is pushing on Jake in the media, okay, shows our people in general. It doesn't make sense. Just by nature doesn't make sense. Okay? just by science it doesn't make sense. Okay, your skin color ultimately, okay, is not the ultimate indicator. Can be an indicator, but it's not the ultimate proof that you are from a certain nation. What the fuck? Okay, what the fuck are you thinking? Okay, completely stupid sometimes, these people, man. But they still think, okay, the next time I see, I don't know, P. Diddy in the news, okay, the next Negro that I see, has to have the same genes, okay, as this P. Diddy in the news, right? Like, these people are bugged out of their head, man, okay? Trust me, I also have my problems. I also have my problems in my head, man, okay? But these people are different, man. These people are really different. Yeah. So, again, okay, go to Russia and try to okay, come with your stupid media, okay, talking about all kind of things. They don't believe you one sentence. Oftentimes. Okay, not that Russia isn't corrupt, doesn't make sense. Okay. It is God that grinded me with strength and make it my way perfect. He maketh my feet like hinds feet and setteth me upon my high places. He teached my hands to war, so that a bow of steel is broken by mine arms. Thou hast also given me the shield of thy salvation, and thy right hand had holden me up, and thy gentleness had made me great. Thou hast enlarged my steps under me, that my feet did not slip. I have pursued mine enemies and overtaken them, neither did I turn again till they were consumed. I have wounded them that were not able to rise, they are fallen under my feet. For thou hast girded me with strength unto the battle, thou hast subdued under me those that rose up against me, thou hast also given me the necks of mine enemies, that I might destroy them that hate me. They cried, but there was no one to save them, even unto the Lord, but he answered them not. Then did I beat them small as the dust before the wind. I did cast them out as the dirt in the streets. Thou hast delivered me from the strivings of the people, and thou hast made me the head of the heathen. A people whom I have not known shall serve me. As soon as they hear of me, they shall obey me. The strangers shall submit themselves unto me. The strangers shall fade away and be afraid of their close places. The Lord liveth, and blessed be my work, and let the God of my salvation be exalted. It is God that avenged me and subdued the people under me. He delivered me from mine enemies. Yeah, thou liftest me up above those that rise up against me. Thou hast delivered me from the violent men. Yeah, who's the violent man? Again, first and foremost, Amalek. Starting with Amalek, the progenitor of the Amalekites. Okay, the 1948ers. Okay, all the way to the other Edomites from that. From Esau Edom, okay? The sons of Esau Edom. Among the heathen and sing. Therefore will I, verse 49, therefore will I give thanks unto thee, O Lord, among the heathen, and sing praises unto thy name. Great deliverance giveth he to his king, and sheweth mercy to his anointed. To David and to his seed evermore. Yeah, and you also see that they stole our riches oftentimes. Of course they did, and then they broke the natural rules of landmarks, and then they stole the resources of our lands. Then they make it seem as if they were us, even. Okay, where the extent where you don't even know anymore. Okay, you don't even know anymore. Okay, if they really believe that or not. Okay. Yeah, but that's just these random people out here. Okay. And those people are actually not NPCs. They have a soul, right? So what you're doing with your soul in your life, okay, can be a completely nothing, which this is one part of it, okay, or something profitable to not just you but other people also. With that, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Mukakudash. Okay, you know, if you're too evil on other people, eventually it will come back to you. Everybody knows that. But Esau Edom, not so. Okay, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Mukakudash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom.